and happy new year, people. Happy 2017. Many blessings, and may your year be plentiful, bountiful, all that good stuff. All the good stuff. Let's bring it in. So, this is what resonated with me today. This is what I think the theme for the day was. Who are your Fab Five? Fab Five. So I say the Fab Five because anybody who is a basketball fan, is a basketball junkie, then you know about the '90s. The team from Michigan, they were the Fab Five, right? Like they were some flat out ballers, right? Like you got Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, all of them. Like they just balling, just ridiculous, just crazy. So I say the Fab Five when I start, what I'm talking about today are who are the five most important people in your life, right? So I got this. I've been listening to Mastering Your Mean Girl by Melissa Ambrosini. And also again, I'm gonna give her a plug again. That's a freaking great read. It's an amazing read. So anyway, one of the activities that she asks you to do is she says think about the top five people that you spend the most time with, and then also thinking about that, think about what gifts, what gifts do they bring to your life? Like how do you appreciate them being in your life, right? So after she has you do that, she says now thinking about these people, how do they impact your life? Like, do they inspire you? Do you these people that you spend your most time with? Do you feel drained after you leave them? So after going through the activity, I realized that I have some really amazing people around me, like amazing. Um, and it really made me appreciate them so much more. Like I realized, I said I have a friend that is freaking honest as crap, brutally honest. It don't matter; they gonna give it to me straight, regardless. And then I had a friend who, like, my outlandish crazy, like, when Sybil goes off, like, I can talk to her about it. And then I have friends a friend who I talk about, like, my crazy ideas that things that say, hey, I want to be a millionaire, this is what I want to do, blah, 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 and we inspire each other to push through and, our goals. So realizing that, I really, like, we're really truly blessed in that sense. At least that's what I realized today. So, I think what my thoughts to you would be to kind of take inventory, and looking at who are the top five people that you spend the most time with, are the most important to you, and how do they make you feel, right? Like how do they make you feel when you deal with them, right? Because we have to consider that, because it's kind of like Dave Ramsey says. He says, hey, if you want to know who you truly are, he said, look at the five people that you spend the most time with. You are an average of the five people that you spend the most time with. So if we want to achieve certain things, we have to have people around us that inspire us, that are positive, and that push us to our next level. I would even go on to say that it's kind of like Joel Osteen says, when we're selecting people around us, we have to think about the three types of people, right? So he says you have lifters. These are people who push you up. They inspire you. They're positive. Then you have thrashers. These are people who push you, like they're brutally honest. They tell you the truth. And then you have draggers. So draggers are people, like, after you finish dealing with them, you feel drained, right? It's not a positive interaction. Sometimes it can be negative, things like that. They drag you down. Essentially, is what it comes down to. So I think that when we start talking about it's a brand new year, right? It's 2017. Not only do we have to continue to do the work of us, but we also have to consider, who are our Fab Five? Like, who are the people? If I'm going to war, right? If I'm going into the basketball game, I want these five on the floor. Like, if I'm going to this game, I'm going to play this basketball game. These are my starting five. This who I'm gonna roll with. I know they got my back. I know they have my best interest. I know they're gonna be honest with me. I know they're gonna push me. I know they're gonna inspire me. Things like that. And it's an even exchange here. So that's the other thing I want to kind of reiterate is this: it's an even exchange on both ends. You're bringing something to the table, and they're bringing something to the table as well. So it kind of links to the conversation I was having today with my best friend. We were talking about, it's all about value. It's about adding value to each other's lives. That's what it's all about, adding value. So that was my big takeaway today. who are your Fab Five? You know, take a second, really think about that. You know, who are the people in your life that if I'm gonna say these are the starting five in my life, who are they? You know, do these people inspire you? Do they push you? All those things. You know, as we move into the new year, are these people that you would take with you? You know, so that was my big takeaway. Please subscribe. Please share. Because guess what, baby? It's all love. But it's the dorky jock signing off, baby. And I'm out.